Welcome back to the school garden, where spring has sprung. The grass has riz. Well, actually, the crocus has riz. I wonder where the birdies is. Lovely time of the year. Yes, we're just in the last couple of days of February. Oh, I can hear a birdie. That's the robin. Last couple of days of February, and soon be into March, and spring will kind of roll out before us. Some nice little dwarf daffodils coming up there. For a long time, I've been talking or been thinking about cutting back this Cornus. Now, if I say Cornus to you, hello, Mr. Robin, can you see him there in the tree? There he is, hopping around. If I said Cornus to you and you live in the United States or Canada, well, greetings to you, our friends over the Atlantic. Cornus or dogwoods, are big, popular plants over there with you, but the Cornus and the dogwoods that you tend to grow more of are the flowering dogwoods. Things like Cornus cousa and Cornus mass. Lovely shrubs. We grow a few of them here, but not as many as you. And so we take our hats off to you. But this is, I would refer to it as the winter-stemmed Cornus. It does have clusters of small flowers, which the bees absolutely love. But this is different to your your flowering Cornus. This is really grown for its stems, its winter stem colour. You can get them with red stems and with kind of orangey midwinter fire. It's a lovely variety that's become more popular in the last 20 years. Do you mind, Mr. Robin? I'm talking here. We've got a very, very happy, very chopsy Robin working alongside me here. So yes, you can get them with red stems, with orange stems, and with bright green stems. And the thing with them is that if you cut them back really hard this time of year, early spring, you'll get loads and loads of fresh new growth, and that fresh new growth will be really vivid colour, whatever it is, green or orange or red. This is a green variety here, and so you can see I've just started work on this. Oh, we're going in. Normally secateurs and loppers would be enough, and you can see I've just started lopping off some of these stems, and you can see how hard we can cut them back just to a few inches, maybe 10 centimeters. There's some dormant buds there, and they'll all burst out with lots of new growth, and you can see that already there's evidence of new growth trying to grow from some of these stems, but because I haven't done this ever, I don't think, there's some thick stems which need this bad boy, the pruning saw. And you can see what I've done is I've started on one side of that trunk there, of that branch, and I'm cutting through from the other side just to try and get a fairly clean cut, and try and avoid it kind of splitting off at the end and kind of ripping the stem. So that's the theory. Let's see if I can do that. And trying to film and saw at the same time is nigh on impossible. So I'm going to get my gloves on and saw it through, and you can have a look at the end result. There we go. Sometimes you need to cut some of the small bits away with the secateurs to get access to the thicker ones. So this one's in the way a little bit at the back there, so we'll cut him. Oh yeah, out of the way. There we are, he's done. Right, we're making some progress now. Well, there we go. Now we can see the woods for the trees, can't we? Pardon the pun. So that's all that's left of our Cornus. But you can see that he's raring to go. We'll have loads of new growth. I'll give you an update maybe in midsummer, and we can see how much he's grown. Where can we aim for with this high in February? Let's see if we can get to, well, at least this bar by midsummer. I'm thinking by the end of the summer we'll be up to the second horizontal bar. Time will tell. While we're here, the choicea, this is actually one called Choicea Sundance, which has a bright gold normally new growth. You can just see on the new growth there, it's a bit brighter, but because this has been kind of in the shade and then doubly shaded by the cornus that have overgrown, you can see that it's leaning over like that, and we don't want that sort of shape on it. So while I've got the chance, I'm going to cut this quite severely back as well. And this one, and this one. Sometimes when they're running across the ground like that, you'll see that when you cut it off, it's developed roots. I'm just having a look where it's been rubbing against us. So I know that one hasn't. So really, there was no point in mentioning that. Anyway, there we go. Let's get that, and we'll cut back that one there as well. There we are. That looks neater, doesn't it? And again, now we cut it back, all the energy, because it's got a full quota of roots underneath there, so that kind of full quota of roots will now send all the energy, all the nutrients that it creates from and harvests from the soil and from the rain will be sent now to that little crown of new growth. I'm going to do the same with his mate there, because you can see that he's leaning all the way over there, so I'm going to cut him back as well. There we are, job done. 2 Choicea Sundance cut back, and 1 rather large winter stemmed Cornus also cut back. I'm probably going to give the 2 Choiceas some feed, some fertilizer. Maybe I'll just mulch around here with some compost, just to encourage some healthy new growth through the year, and then we'll see whether or not we get to the first marker or the second marker by the end of the summer. Thanks for watching. Any comments, any questions, we'd love to hear from you via our comment section on the YouTube channel. Apparently, rumour has it, there's also something you can do called subscribing as well. Anyone heard of that? Of course, the next challenge is, what do we do with all those trimmings? Well, I think we'll get the wood chipper out and chip that lot down and add it to the compost pile and do some natural recycling. It's all good stuff.